Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miist back again for another video today. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're here again for every movie and TV show that I watched last week. And yeah, let's get right into it. Let's start it off with the one and only season of TV that I watched last week, which was Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which I was under the impression that this was a prequel to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I was very much wrong about that, and you could tell pretty much immediately in the first episode, especially the second episode. And then I had to do some research to figure out that this was actually not a prequel, and this is just another universe. It's just another Spider-Man, but it's enjoyable. I feel like I kind of have some similar gripes to the MCU though, is that it's all about like technology that Peter is receiving from someone else, someone that's rich, and it's not much of a, I guess, true like Peter Parker Spider Man story. I found at times, but there was a lot of stuff that I did enjoy about it. I think the relationships that Peter had and built, the journey that Tombstone goes on as well, or Lonnie, I guess, is really good, and I'm excited for season two. I really enjoyed it. I would assume Doc Ock and probably Green Goblin will both be more present in the next season, and I'm looking forward to it. I enjoyed this first season. I ranked it an 83 out of 100. I thought it was a great season of TV. So let's move on to the movies. That brings us to my least favorite of the week, which was Ghost in the Shell, which is the 2017 live action remake of the original anime film from the 90s. And I didn't love this, but I didn't hate it. I think it's bad, but not even like that bad. There's some interesting moments of action. There's some interesting CGI throughout as well. There's some good moments and there's some bad moments. And I feel like this is a pretty ambitious movie for like its set design, production design, and really the creativity in the world building. But so much of that world building is based off of something that was already built. So yeah, I mean it's interesting. It has its moments of being interesting, I guess, but I just didn't find it enough to hold my interest. So it is what it is. I ranked it a 40 out of 100. It's fine. Now, quite a significant jump to Ghost in the Shell, the 1995 movie, the original anime movie. I did enjoy this. I ranked it a 63 out of 100. It's got really great world building. It's really impressive. The animation throughout it is pretty sweet. There's these giant cityscapes that look gorgeous, that are really, really cool. But ultimately, I feel like the characters in this are not interesting at all. It kind of reminds me a lot of the original Blade Runner film. It's this big world, there's this crazy world building, but I just don't care for the characters. That's the way I felt about the original Blade Runner film, which I haven't rewatched in quite some time. But yeah, it was giving that kind of cyberpunk esque genre. That's what it is. It is just a cyberpunk future movie. So yeah, I mean, I think it's decent. I ranked it a 63 out of 100. I definitely enjoyed it. So it wasn't bad. Let's move on to The Woman King, which was my last Gina Prince Bythewood movie, I believe, that I wanted to watch. Sorry, Gina Prince Bythewood, which yeah, that was my last of her movies that I wanted to watch for my goal, and I think it's a decent movie. But a main reason as to why I wanted to rewatch this movie, because I did see it in theaters years ago, is because my ratings and the way I rate movies has changed so much over the past 4 years since I started ranking movies, and over like 2,500 movies that I've watched. It's been a really long time since I've watched this, and it went from a 90 out of 100 down to a 66 out of 100. So I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as I did previously, but I knew my rating definitely would have been inflated by then, from that time period of when I was rating things as well. But yeah, it is what it is. I think it's decent. There's some fun action. Viola Davis is awesome as always. 66 out of 100. Now let's move on to the main theme of the week. Pretty much everything we're talking about for the rest of this is Spider Man. So let's get into it, starting it off with Spider Man Homecoming, which I ranked a 76 out of 100, which I previously had ranked an 88 out of 100. So it went down a lot. Definitely not one of my favorite Spider Man movies anymore. It's kind of on par with The Amazing Spider-Man 1 for me. I feel like they're both pretty interchangeable depending on the day, how I'm feeling about it. The past couple days, I think I enjoy The Amazing Spider-Man more. So, yeah, I don't know. It kind of depends on the day, but I ranked it a 76 out of 100 for Homecoming. I think it's good. The first like 40, 45, 50 minutes of this movie, there's a lot of Peter Parker, there's a lot of Spider-Man. It's quippy, it's fun, it feels like a Spider-Man movie. Then it gets a little MCU'd for a little bit, but it's fun still. It just obviously changes a lot. So, yeah, I mean it's a good movie. I ranked it a 76 out of 100. I enjoyed it. Let's move on to Spider-Man Far From Home, which I ranked an 81 out of 100. I previously had this ranked a 93 out of 100, so also went down 12 points, ironically enough. And this has always been my favorite of the trilogy. Even when No Way Home first came out, even like my peak love for No Way Home never surpassed Far From Home. I loved this movie. But now I've gotten such more of an understanding of Peter Parker and the character of Spider-Man, and I've grown such a deeper love for this character, perhaps more than any superhero, to be honest. I i understand this is really not a Spider-Man movie. Sure, Spider-Man and Peter Parker are in it and there are moments of that character, but this is not a great representation of the character of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And yeah, I mean, I enjoy it still, mostly because of Mysterio and Jake Gyllenhaal. I love Jake Gyllenhaal, I love Mysterio. He's my favorite of Tom Holland's villains. Yeah, I don't know. It's great. I still think it's great. It's just not as amazing as it once was, in my opinion. And I ranked it an 81 out of 100. I know a lot of people don't love this movie, but I still do. I enjoy it, I should say. So let's move on to No Way Home, which I have ranked at 86 out of 100, and I think I'm firm on this rating. I've rewatched it a couple times now, and this rating has stayed at 86 out of 100. I don't think it's going to change. I love a lot of this movie. There's some stuff I don't enjoy as much. Mel always hates me for not loving this movie because it's her favorite Spider-Man movie. But yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy it, and obviously, I think it's great. And especially these three characters together is a lot of fun. But there's some parts that aren't as good. But that middle portion, really the second act of Peter trying to help the villains and May's death, I think is some of the best Peter Parker Spider Man moments that we have, and I really enjoy that. So 86 out of 100. Let's move on to how I started the week with The Odyssey. Last Monday, I went to go see The Odyssey again, ranked it an 89 out of 100, so I raised it a point. I think it's a great movie. I just don't think it's as amazing as everyone says it is. I think the practicality, the production design, everything going into this film is fantastic. I just don't love everything about this movie. I can't really put my finger on anything specifically that I don't like. Like, I don't think there's anything in this movie I don't like. It's obviously epic. It's such a huge scale. It's great at world building. I just don't love everything about it, you know? And so it's still pretty low in my Christopher Nolan ranking, but I love every single one of Nolan's movies pretty much. So, yeah, 89 out of 100. And shout out to The Walking Dead. So let's move on to Spider Man Brand New Day. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen this movie. It's only been 4 days, but I originally ranked it a 93 out of 100. I raised it to a 94 out of 100. I'm going to see it again in like an hour and a half, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it again. But this is far and away, most definitely, most easily the best Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. Like, it's not even fucking close. You could add the best moments from Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, and it still wouldn't compare to how good Brand New Day is. It's it reminds me so much of the Insomniac Spider-Man, of PS4, PS5 Spider-Man. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's one of the best adaptations of Spider-Man that we have in live action. I'll say it's my fourth favorite Spider-Man movie. If you didn't see my rating, check out my rating yesterday on my Instagram and TikTok. But it's my fourth favorite Spider-Man movie behind Spider-Man 2, which is still my favorite live action, and then Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. So, yeah, this has set a very high bar for the future of Spider-Man, specifically in the MCU, and I'm excited to see what that looks like. This movie is amazing. I really, really loved it. I can't think of anything I didn't like about it, truthfully. I just don't want to rank it higher until I see it again. But I wouldn't be surprised if when I watch this today, I enjoy it even more. I hope I enjoy it even more. By the end of the movie, I was in a puddle of tears. New York chanting for Spider-Man, loving Spider-Man, being there for the city savior. It's beautiful. It's one of the best understandings of Spider-Man and how much Spider-Man needs New York and how much New York needs Spider-Man. It's perfectly written. I loved it. It's fantastic. Is this the greatest Spider-Man villain? Again, no. Um, does spoiler alert? 3, 2, 1. Does Jean Grey need to be a Spider-Man villain? No, obviously not. But it is what it is, and I enjoyed it nonetheless. So it is what it is. 94 out of 100, and I'm excited to see it again. Also, that suit, I think it is the best. I think it's my favorite live action practical suit, except for Toby's Black Spider suit. It's damn fucking good, man. All right, let's move on to Prisoners. Prisoners, one of my favorite movies of all time. It's my favorite Denis Villeneuve movie. Have it ranked a 99 out of 100. And Mel did something really special for me on August 1st. It was our 3 year anniversary. She set up our whole apartment as like a little movie theater. She had like movie themed garland kind of running around the place. She had like a concession stand. She had like a reel, like a movie reel, which was pretty cool. And she surprised me with everything, with my favorites like snacks. We had pizza, and we watched Prisoners, which is a movie I've always wanted to show Mel. I watched it pretty early on in our relationship for the first time. I think in like September of when we first started dating. So like we were only like a month and a half into our relationship. She never watched it with me, but I've watched it. This is my fourth time watching it since then. And I've always wanted to show it to her. And she finally decided to let me show it to her. And she enjoyed it too. She ranked it a 4.5 stars. So I was very happy she enjoyed it. But yeah, I love this movie. I love literally everything about this movie. Why it's not a 100 out of 100, I don't know. I just don't think it's as good as some of my 100 out of 100s, really, which is why it's not. So, yeah. Anyways, speaking of 100 out of 100s, the next three movies are 100 out of 100. So let's talk about Captain America Civil War, which I ranked a 100 out of 100. It's one of my favorite movies in the MCU. It's my second favorite Captain America movie, which is crazy considering this is a 100 out of 100. But Winter Soldier is always has always been my favorite, and yeah, I mean, this movie is great. I think it's one of the MCU's best written movies as well. The tackle on the Sokovia Accords and Team Iron Man versus Team Captain America, I also really enjoy, and I really love that as well. And yeah, I really have no complaints with this movie. I don't think I ever will. So 100 out of 100. And let's move on to Spider Man Into the Spider Verse, which is so good. It's so good. Obviously, like I said, my favorite Spider Man movies are Into and Across the Spider Verse. Into the Spider Verse is a 100 out of 100, and I love everything about it. It's funny, it's a great understanding of Spider Man, and I love Miles. These two movies are what made me fall in love with Miles Morales and why Miles is my favorite Spider Man, as well as the Insomniac universe. I love that Miles as well, but yeah, Into and Across really help for that. So Into 100 out of 100, and let's move on to Across the Spider Verse, which I have ranked a 100 out of 100. But genuinely, this is so far above absolutely every movie on my list. Like every movie that I've ranked a 100 out of 100, I believe I have 18 movies ranked a 100 out of 100. Not a single one of them comes close to how I feel about Across the Spider Verse. This was my 19th time watching the movie, so it's pretty bad. It's pretty sad how much I watch this movie, but I love it, and I love literally everything about it. 19 times I've watched this movie, and I'm still finding new things. I was kind of searching for it this time, trying to find new things that I've never noticed before in the background, and I did. There's so much to unpack in every frame of this movie. It's gorgeous. It's one of the most visually stunning movies ever made. I think it's my favorite score. I always say I think it's my favorite score ever made. It might be number two, but it's so fucking good, man. Anyways, Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.